Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to week 3 of Foundation 52. Two videos this week covering two different topics. The first one being marketing strategy, the second one being branding and logo. Both having to do with marketing, one of them really foundational, and one of them something that a lot of people don't actually create. We find small business owners. So, of course, I'm talking about the marketing strategies. A lot of people don't create them. And I think it's probably because they're not familiar with them. So, let's talk about it. What is a marketing strategy? Marketing strategy is a detailed plan that lays out how you are going to approach marketing for your business. And it is very intentional, right? So you're making intentional decisions about the different products and services, the different platforms, and even based on your marketing strengths and weaknesses. So you're going to kind of do a little mini SWOT for marketing in order to really understand how where you need improvement and where you should be focusing. Week 8 is SWOT analysis. I know we're only in week 3. So if you need to bump ahead a little bit to look at the SWOT before you start creating your marketing plan, go for it. Excuse me. Okay. So why do you need a marketing strategy? You need a marketing strategy because you want to have something that lays out a very intentional plan. Like I've already said this, but you don't want to wing it when it comes to marketing because marketing is really what drives your sales, right? All the marketing you do, everybody that you're talking to, when you're looking for your ideal customer and you're talking to that person, you want to have a strategy for how you're going to do it because you want to be as effective as you can. You don't want to waste time. You don't want to waste your time. You don't want to waste the wrong customer's time, and you don't want to waste your employees' time. So having a strategy that lays out how you're going to do everything is the most effective way to actually market for your business. Does everyone need a marketing strategy? Yes. Short answer is yes. And I guess depending on your business and your products and or services and how many ideal clients you have is how detailed your marketing strategy is going to be. But absolutely everyone should have one. And I don't care if your strategy is just that you do it 30 days at a time and you say, I'm going to post 25 times a week on Instagram. Maybe that's your strategy and you're not ever asking for the sale. You're just promoting value through your posts. It doesn't matter. It's a strategy. So have a strategy for what you're doing and then execute against that strategy. It's going to make your life a lot easier in a lot of ways. First off, you're not going to have to think about marketing anymore. It's going to just become effortless for you, which, most people struggle with marketing because there's so many components to it. So why not make it easier on yourself? Like I'm a fan of making things easy. How detailed does your marketing strategy need to be? Well, again, it really depends on your products and or services, but it also depends on how easy you want to make your life when it comes to marketing. So we do ours really, really detailed in SB Pace. And the reason we do it really detailed is because then it becomes easy to execute. We do it a quarter at a time. And I build out a content calendar that goes with my marketing strategy. And we just do that. We do it 90 days at a time. And then I don't have to think about it. I don't have to think about it for 90 days. I'm not thinking about marketing. I'm just executing against that strategy. It's telling me what we're writing our blog about. It's telling us what we're posting on social. It's telling us what videos need to be created, what sort of content, what sort of National Hot Dog Day or National Ice Cream Day or National Entrepreneur Day, whatever it is, so that we know and we're marketing against that strategy. And I have to really give it a lot of thought once it's created. It just makes my life easier. And, there's only 2 of us in the company, we need easier. If you don't have a strategy, create one. We'll give you a template and we're giving you the know-how. So just create one, even if it's just at a high level. And then each time you create it, you get a little bit more detailed about it. That's okay. Do it iteratively. Just kind of learn the process and see how it improves and see how your marketing improves. Because when you start to measure your marketing effectiveness, which we talk about much later, then you can see how a marketing strategy plays into that and where you need to make adjustments. And it's so much easier to have a roadmap, right? Rather than winging everything, you create a strategy, you market, you measure the effectiveness of that strategy, you find gaps, you adjust the strategy, and you just repeat. You repeat until it becomes second nature, and all of a sudden your marketing is firing on all cylinders. Doesn't that sound amazing? Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. I really did. Okay, what are the components of a marketing strategy? Well, it can really vary. How we like to list ours out is we do it by products and by services, right? So we have like three or four different products that we offer: Hobby to Hustle, and Financial Fast Facts, and Business Brass Tacks, and now Foundation 52. And we also have a book. And then we have our podcast, right? So those are our products. And then we have services, right? So we have a coaching service for startups, and we have growth strategies, and we have an operations service that helps people become more efficient. So we create just one marketing strategy that kind of lays out all of our different products and services and where we're going to market for each of them, and the types of different marketing that we're going to do, whether it be mailers or blogs or emails or, door knockers. It doesn't really matter. Like, it covers everything. And we also take a quick look at, like, we do a SWOT, right? So we look at what are our strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats as it relates specifically to marketing. So we're great at creating content, and we are great at posting. We use Hootsuite to automate our posting for us on social media. We're great at writing blogs. We're not so great at always remembering to include our SEO terms in our blogs. We need to get better about that. So that's just an example of a weakness that we have when it comes to marketing and how we're trying to improve on it. And having it in the strategy reminds us that we need to do it. How frequently do you need to update your marketing strategy? Depends on the duration which you're creating it for, right? Because ours are created for quarterly. We might go in and update it during the quarter, but where we really look what went well the previous quarter and what do we need to fine tune or adjust. And we just, it's a work in progress for us. We're not, by no means are we perfect at it. We adjust where we need to adjust, and we adjust based on what the data tells us. And that's kind of our approach. Like, what does the data tell us? And if we like what the data tells us, then we don't make big tweaks, but we'll make minor, or maybe we'll take on more when it comes to marketing if we're getting really good results with something. So we just kind of follow the data. We look at our measurements and see what's getting better. And the duration, I know some people do it for a year. Some people do it for 30 days. We do a quarter because then we're not constantly redoing it, but it's also a short enough period of time that we can adjust it where we need to adjust. A year feels like a really long time to us because we have no idea what new products or services we might roll out. And we have no idea what's going to happen in the world. I mean, the world's just been crazy lately. So to us, like, doing a year and then having to readjust it because, all of a sudden, some new pandemic or some, like, war broke out, it just feels stupid to us. So we don't do it for that duration, but for some companies that works really, really well. So you have to find the duration that works for you, and that's the duration you need to stick with. Okay, part 2 is coming up. It's about branding and logos. Can't wait for you to listen in on that. As always, if you have questions, do not hesitate to reach out and ask. Thanks, and we'll see you soon.